We're not going to be on Tiare, we're not going sailing, no maintenance. What we are going to do is going to visit an archaeological dig. Now, the dig itself is just around that headland over there. How long have you been working on this?
On this side?
Yeah.
I arrived in Japan in April, so my first excavation here. Over time, layers of dirt with different sediments, kind of earth, and if you look at it, you can see the chronology of the place. So we know this is Jōmon because the sediment is typically from the Jōmon period, so the artifacts. The Middle Age period is more black soil. To help us, we make some lines in the...
Okay. What happened? I mean, it's quite a distinctive line between the light brown to the very dark.
Mostly climate. For example, Murakami explained about the climate change, the sea level.
Yes.
So, for example, here we were in a level where the sea was far away. So this sediment doesn't come from the sea, it's very rough, it's in Japanese masatsushi. It's come from the wind erosion of the hills.
Right. Oh, okay.
So
yes.
if you look at some stones, or how big they're not.
Yep.
I think it won't fall down. It's very angular.
Yes.
So if it was in the sea, it would be more
rounded,
more round.
yeah,
But this one is kakureki. It's very angular.
Yes.
So we can understand the climate created this land, the particularities of the particular layer. So, like I first say, 10,000 years BC.
The difference between, say, the first 1,000 or 1,500 years to 10,000 is, as you go further down, the years increase in speed.
The speed at which a layer creates itself is not the same everywhere. It depends on the local conditions. And the first ceramic we have in Europe, for example, is in the 6,000 BC. That was among the first ceramics in the world.
You see, those early inhabitants here were living at the end of the Ice Age. Back then, the sea level was 65 meters lower than what it is here today, because the average depth of that body of water out there is only around about 30 meters. And so when they sat here, perhaps watching or enjoying the afternoon sun, looking out over towards the mountains, what they saw wasn't a lovely sea view where I've got here, a nice inland bay. What they would have seen was a gentle slope down to this vast plain that sort of spread out to the foothills of the Shikoku Mountains over there, with the occasional jutting rocks of what we call islands today. So how long will a season last, I think?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? So 2 weeks a year? Wow.
It's short, but actually everything we dig up, it takes some time to analyze and make a report, which also takes some time. Because while we're not digging, the rest of the year, we put those bag of dirt on it, and then dirt again, and a sheet, blue sheets, and dirt again to protect it.
Right. How old was the skeleton? How long ago did the person?
It was early medieval, so late 12th century or early 13th century.
Yeah, last time I was here, last year, you just sort of discovered that skeleton,
yes, that
which is
was
absolutely amazing.
Very excited.
Yeah, but that's kind of unusual to find a burial in the middle of all this, isn't it?
It's very unusual to find a burial in Japan.
Okay.
The problem in Japan is that soils are very acidic, so every organic materials decay very quickly. It's confirmed the observation we had on the ground, like it's a young male man. It opened some doors, like looking at the condition, we know that we could try DNA studies and also what you call strontium. It's an element in the teeth, and which is connected to where you live and when you ingest foods. If you consume more land-based food or sea-based food, it leaves specific traces, so you can know the lifestyle of this person and even sometimes the provenance.
Provenance being?
Where they come from.
Buried in the middle of a production area is kind of strange, isn't it? Unless you owned it or you had some deep connection to it, a family or...
Probably he was involved in what was happening. It was a domain, like from the the Hachiman Iwashimizu Jinja shrine in Kyoto. So maybe he was involved with either the people living here or from the administrators, which were sent from the capital to survey the production here, the activities. It seems to have been buried at the same time that the activities continue, and they certainly continue later. So
It's kind of...
maybe it was stopped for let's say 10 years. I don't really know. No one knows.
I know, it's just guessing, but it's like...
That's a possibility.
It's a fascinating story behind it.
Yeah, it's full of mystery and...
Well, look, thank you so much for your time. That was fascinating talking to you. Really interesting.